Power up.
Match number 5 underway here at Finger Lakes, the autonomous period. Robots moving with pre-programmed instructions. Red Alliance strikes first thanks to the 38-38 machine. A near miss from the Canandaigua machine. Close, they will have to recollect, but Red still takes the advantage and secures the ranking point early on as drivers take control. All the action on the far side of the arcade here as team number 156 tries to grab a power cube and head over to their opponent's side of the arcade. The Blue Alliance trying to double strike this scale here. The Grapes of Wrath and 4361, the Robotics machine, tip the scale in favor of the Blue Alliance, and they are on the clock. But here comes Tanks, the Canandaigua machine, bringing the scale back to equilibrium. Power up very early here in match number 5. It's from the Red Alliance. A Levitate power-up, 38-38, pounding those power cubes into the exchange as the Red Alliance is exchanging them for power-ups here behind driver station lines. A minute and a half left in play here in match number 5. Red with the advantage, 115-66. Team number 156, the RPM machine, going between their own portal on the far side of the arcade to their opponent's switch, denying them of any points there. 1 point per second for all 3 game elements here on the field. Another power-up from the Red Alliance. They use a level 3 boost, boosting both the points for the scale and the switch with just under 1 minute left in play. Red Alliance creating a mountain of cubes on their opponent's switch. Blue Alliance switches gears to try and take it back. The Finney machine and the team from Naples both going at their own switch as the Canandaigua machine 30-03 is heading to the middle of the field to get ready to face the boss. 38-38 pops 1 cube into their own switch, taking ownership. They're back on the clock with 30 seconds left. There goes the Canandaigua machine up in the air, deploying a bar for their alliance partners to climb aboard if they can. Here comes RPM, the 156 machine, trying to get up high enough. Up goes the team from Fairview. Will it be high enough? 12 seconds left here in match number 5. 15:51 is up in the air. And here we go, folks. It's 3, 2, 1. We'll have to see how the referees call that. It looks like that will be called in favor for that last match. Match number 5 taken by the Red Alliance. The score 282-187. Red Alliance secures 3 ranking points, 2 for the win, 1 for the off.
2, 1, go!
Grease Gladiators wasting no time crossing that auto line. Team 1660, the Harlem Knights, owning the switch for the Blue Alliance during the autonomous period. During the autonomous period, ownership of the switch is worth 2 points per second. That'll give Blue Alliance a nice lead over the Red Alliance. Still plenty of time left in the match for that to change. Gers robot for Team 340, scoring over and over on the scale in favor of the Blue Alliance. Blue Alliance now in ownership of their scale and their switch for a total of 2 points per second, with a little over 1.5 minutes left to go in the match. Robot Phoenix picking up power cubes, making their way over on the Red Alliance switch, looking to take it back from the Blue Alliance, who's playing a little bit of defense. Pretty crowded over on the red side of the field as Team 1660, the team from New York, lands yet another power cube on the Red Alliance's switch. They are camping that area aggressively with less than a minute left to go in the match. 210-31, Blue Alliance still in the lead as they use their boost with 3 power cubes in the vault. That'll give them an additional 1 point per second for the switch and the scale. Also utilizing their levitate power-up, the Blue Alliance looking to hold on to their lead here in qualification match number 16. Gers Robot Shack extends a hook as we head into the endgame period. As indicated by that train whistle, it looks like the Blue Alliance will not just try to climb one robot, but possibly two. 15 seconds left to go in the match. They use their force power up, taking ownership of the scale and the switch, which they already had. Less than 6 seconds left to go in the match. 404 to 31, 5. 2 robots up for the Blue Alliance. Match number 16 is now officially in the books. Blue ready to see the final score. The Blue Alliance with a new event high score of 478 to 31. The Blue Alliance walks away with 4 rank points.
Three, 2, 1, power up!
Welcome back to the action here in Western New York. It's the Finger Lakes Regional as we move in to qualifications match number 24 here on Friday afternoon. An early start to the action here in the autonomous period. Red will tip the scale in favor of them, and they will also get the switch. Blue taking a switch of their own. Red will take the slight advantage coming into driver control, 69 to 41. They also managed to grab the auto run here, securing a ranking point for all 3 teams on the Alliance. Team number 1507, the blue and yellow machine, in control for the Red Alliance on the front side of the arcade. They're scoring power cube after power cube on the front of that scale, making it increasingly difficult for the Blue Alliance to counter back. Our first power-up played very early in this match. Blue Alliance uses a levitate power-up, courtesy of 3838, who's pounding those power cubes into the exchange zone. They're going to be joined by the Electric Mayhem Kermit machine. They will be doing the same. Blue Alliance double-teaming that exchange, making quick work of those power cubes. As the team from Lockport is back at the scale, and they pop another one on as they continue the ownership on both their switch and scale. Well over 1 minute left in play as Blue decides to activate their level 3 force, forcing ownership of both the switch and the scale for 10 seconds. Red Alliance doing something similar. They activate their level 3 boost now, and that's gonna boost their scale points here. Blue Alliance following suit with a level 3. Check out a level 1 boost of their own, boosting their own switch, doubling those points. As we move into the last 40 seconds of the match, a lot of pushing and shoving in the red platform zone. The 4930 machine trying to play some defense on 1507. Alliances back-to-back at midfield. Roc City and the Warlocks looking to connect here on the scale. Both look like they are hooked on. 1660's in a dangerous spot right now. They get free with 15 seconds left to climb up and face the boss. Both alliances look like they're going to try and get the face the boss bonus, both using their levitate and trying to get 2 robots in position. It's 3, 2, 1. No joy for either alliances here as they remain on the ground. Here come your scores for qualifications match number 24. The Red Alliance will take the victory. An interesting thing here, the score was 400 to 337. However, despite the loss and due to contact within the
3, 2, 1, power up!
qualifications match number 33 underway here. Early strikes on both sides of the field. The 3838 machine popping one in the switch. 1559, the lone robot in the middle of the arcade, taking ownership for the Blue Alliance. Blue will take the early advantage. Both teams securing an early ranking point here in match number 33. $15.59, the Victor machine in control for the Blue Alliance. They're the lone robot scoring here on the blue side of the scale. Already quite a few cubes built up for the Blue Alliance. 4093 attempting to bring it back, but Hardwired will miss just shy, and they will have to recollect. The X-Cats with cube in hand now, pushing back and forth between the 6490 Panther Robotics machine. 191 trying to get outside of that platform zone and get around. Already power up for the Red Alliance. They're using their levitate here early in the match. Good for 30 points and a free climb at the end of the match. 188 to 107. The Blue Alliance advantages. They activate a level 3 boost power up, doubling the points of both the switch and the scale. 1559 and 191. Working on their opponent's switch, trying to deny them any sort of points. They both deliver, but it won't be enough to stop the Red Alliance scoring. Just 1 minute left in play. Blue with a 100-point advantage. Red will have some catch-up work to do here in the final minute of play. The 5590 machine, the one providing those cubes behind driver station lines. Working on that power cube stack, trying to get as many back there as they can as Red Alliance pops up both their boost as well as Red now, activating a levitate. Final period of play here in the last 30 seconds. 385 to 199, the blue advantage. 1559, the Devil Tech machine has their hook up and extended as Blue Alliance plays a level 1 force with 15 seconds left in the match. All three red machines right up against that scale, trying to get something going in the last 10 seconds. 1559 is up with 3, 2, 1. Time expires in Quals match number 33. Your official results next. Your scores for that last match. Blue Alliance takes the win. The score was 475 to 209. Despite the loss, Red Alliance will secure 1 ranking point for their alliance. That's for the
2, 1, power up!
All 3 Red Alliance robots moving forward, all 3 Blue Alliance robots moving forward. Team 1450 accidentally launching a power cube out of the arena. However, the Blue Alliance successfully places theirs in the switch, and that'll get them a lead as well as a rank point as the students step up to the controls. Team 5030 and their robot Atlas has a power cube in possession, as does 2544 on the other side of the arena. However, they attract a penalty for contact with the scale. 56 to 21, Blue Alliance holding on so far. Nobody in control of their own switch or the scale, so scoring currently is at a standstill. Who blinks first remains to be seen. On the blue side of the field, XQ Robotics, the Red Alliance robot, is setting power cubes into the switch of the Blue Alliance, further holding back the Blue Alliance from scoring. 70 seconds left to go in the match, 61 to 21, your score so far. This has to be one of the slowest scoring games we've seen thus far at this event. A testament to the defense of both alliances. However, it looks like Team 7251, the rookie team out of Salamanca High School, is the one to break the scoring first, and now the Blue Alliance is on the scoreboard as we head into the last 10 seconds before the in-game period. 76 to 45, Red Alliance also has control of their own switch. Oh no, and it looks like 3838's Robot Murphy's Law missed the hook and will not be able to make that climb. 20 seconds left to go in the match. 91 to 64, Red Alliance looking to cut that lead down as they utilize their boost power up. And now they jump in the lead. 10 seconds left to go. Their switch is now gaining 2 points per second. 113 to 103, 5 seconds left to go in the match. They are using their levitate power-up and their force power-up. My goodness, what a close match we just witnessed here at the Finger Lakes Regional. Then here it comes. It's the Red Alliance. 126 to 125. 1 point determined this match. Very slow scoring until the
Power up!
Well, folks, this is the autonomous period, starting out qualification match number 46. Early strikes on both sides of the field. Roc City Robotix and Rolling Thunder popping one in the switch for their alliances, respectively. That's how it's going to stay. Even scores coming out of the autonomous period. Blue with a slight advantage. Both alliances snagging the auto run here for the ranking point. Early at the scale, it's Team 4930, the Electric Mayhem. It's the Green Machine who takes ownership early. Their alliance partners 15-11 on the near side of the arcade with cube in hand, looking to play some early interference on the Red Alliance as they deny them points from their own switch. But 68-70 is there. The Beam Robotics team popping one in to regain ownership. Blue Alliance power-up. They use a levitate very early in this match, courtesy of the 3951 Suits machine they call Wally. Just destroying the power cube stack and bringing it over into the exchange. Blue Alliance working on the near side of the field. 4930 and 1511 back to back as all the action shifts to the red side of the arcade. 3838 continuing to run those cubes for the Red Alliance as Blue Alliance powers up with a level 3 boost, doubling the points from both the scale and their own switch as they extend their lead 211 to 99 as the boost wears off. 3181 and 6870 in control for Red on the far side of the arcade, trying to pick up power cubes each to bring over to their switch as 4930 attempts to deposit a cube into their opponent's switch. They do so, and Red Alliance is off the clock. 261 to 112. Red Alliance needs to get something in their switch or scale to resume the scoring here in match number 46. 40 seconds left in the match, and the pileup is on the far side of the arcade. Red Alliance power-up. They use levitate as we head into the last period of play. 3181 in their null territory with a cube in hand. Their alliance partners 3838. Their winch is up, waiting for 3181 to climb up. Gonna try a double climb on the Red Alliance. Blue trying something similar. The Suits and the Electric Mayhem machine with 10 seconds left. Blue Alliance level 3 force with 5 seconds. It's 3, 2, 1. That's how it will stay here in match number 46. These alliances head to take down the boss for the 46th time today. It goes in favor of Blue. The score 425 to 208. Despite the loss, Red will take home 1 ranking point for the auto run. Blue snags 3.
Power up!
Robots moving forward. During the 15-second autonomous period, Blue Alliance will find all 3 robots past the autocross line, as well as the switch ownership. Red Alliance doing the same. Both alliances will then gain 1 rank point for the auto quest. Electric Fire's robot on the Blue Alliance, preparing to place an cube on the scale. Team 174 looking to even it back out, and it looks like they were successful. The scale is now in a neutral position, however, may not be for long as Electric Fire Team 3799 places yet another one on the near side of the field. Already we're seeing an early power-up being used, the Blue Alliance activating their levitate. That won't mean much until the end of the game when they gain an additional 30 points. 80 seconds left to go in qualification match number 57. Red Alliance looks like they're trying to fill up their vault as well, courtesy of Team 271, the Mechanical Marauders. Having a little bit of trouble placing the cube in through the slot, but they successfully manage. Blue Alliance still just barely holding on to that scale in the middle of the field. Meanwhile, Alliance member Roc City Robotix, Team 3838, comes on over to help out and potentially set up for that in-game period. Blue Alliance utilizing their level 2 boost power-up. That'll give them additional points per second for that scale. We're now heading into the end-game period, where robots will attempt to face the boss. Blue Alliance will find Team 3799 successfully climbing. Red Alliance utilizing a last-second boost, level 1 boost. That'll give them additional points for the switch. Oh, Team 3157 on the red side falls down, but they have plenty of time to set back up. 5 seconds left to go. Will they make it? And that's the buzzer on this match. And here we go. Your results for the qualification match number 57. The Blue Alliance are the victors with a score of 380 to 233. 3 rank points for Blue for completing the auto quest. 1 rank point.
2, 1, power up!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the arcade here at the Finger Lakes Regional for the final day of qualification matches. 15:07, 39:86, delivering simultaneously. 39:86 is going to try and deliver at the very end of Autonomous. They do so, but it will be Red who takes a slight advantage. 59-15 as drivers step to their controls here in qualification match number 61. On the near side of the field, team number 1507 and 5254 back-to-back going for the scale. They're going to be met by 3986 on the far side as the scale hangs back and forth. Red takes ownership courtesy of the hype machine. Early power up here in qualification match 61. Red Alliance activates a levitate. Good for a climb at the end of the match worth 30 points. Red Alliance with the advantage. 3986 drops a power cube blow on the far side of the arcade, giving Red another opportunity to continue pouring those cubes on, adding more assurance on the scale. Team 5254, the hype machine, showing everyone why they're in 10th place. They deliver on the front side of the scale. Now it's the Red Alliance team number 3838. It's Roc City Robotix in control for the Red Alliance, trying to get a power cube into the exchange to keep adding those power-ups into the vault. Just over 1 minute left in play. 155-89, the Red advantage. Red has ownership of the scale. Blue with ownership of their switch. 1507 and 5254 trying to make sure that they get that switch back. A delivery from the hype machine, and Red has recaptured their own switch as Red hits the clock. Blue Alliance trying to cut the deficit. This won't help. Red Alliance activates a level 3 boost, doubling the point value of both the switch and the scale for 10 seconds. They extend their lead 272 to 129 with just under a half a minute left in play. 1507, the Lockport machine hooked on the red side of the scale. Blue Alliance activates their levitate here in the final closing seconds of the match. 15 seconds to face the boss. 4 robots on the platform. Red Alliance is up in the air. Can Blue do it in time? 5 seconds with 3, 2, 1. Qualification match number 61 in the books here at Finger Lake. Scores coming up next. Qualification match number 61. The Red Alliance will take the victory here. It's a score of 390 to 225. Red Alliance successfully getting 3 ranking points here that face the ball.
1 power up.
We have now entered the autonomous period of qualification match number 73. We're going to find the Blue Alliance setting not 1, but 2 power cubes into their switch. Red Alliance doing the same. Courtesy of Team 578, the team out of Fairport, New York. 36-28, Blue Alliance slight advantage. However, both alliances gaining that AutoQuest ranking point. We'll now find robots moving across various parts of the arena, completing different tasks. Bit of a buildup on the far side of the arena as both alliances attempt to capture the scale. However, it levels out. We'll see if anything can be made of that. It's still pretty early on in this match. Raider Robotics and their robot probably sets a power cube on the far side of the scale for the Blue Alliance. That'll tip it in their favor, and they now have the 1 point per second for ownership of that game element. Team 578 setting power cubes into the exchange zone for the Red Alliance. Blue Alliance had already built up 3 power cubes in their Levitate, and they had made use of that magical power-up. 189-107, the score's climbing with a little less than 75 seconds left in the match. The second mouse, the team out of Utica, New York, sets a power cube on the red switch. Makes no movement quite yet. However, they're setting their sights on a second one. It levels out just a bit. And we'll see if that defense can make a difference as the Blue Alliance now uses their boost power-up, doubling the score of the scale and the switch, which they have ownership of. Less than 15 seconds left until the end game period. We're going to find the Red Alliance playing their first power-up of the match. That's the Force as a level 3, meaning they're taking ownership of the scale and the switch. Team 38-38, Roc City Robotics set up on the platform. Team 15-18 joining them as we head into the last 30 seconds of the match. It's the end game period. Robots now have their sights on the boss. The Red Alliance using their boost power-up with less than 20 seconds left to go in the match. It's going to be a close one, 375-250. We're going to find the Raider Robotics and Roc City Robotics climbing for the Blue Alliance. Red Alliance has 2 robots on their platform, 5 seconds left to go. They have a Levitate power-up, and it looks like Team 31-81 just may potentially make it on a climb. We'll find out from the referees here. Victory goes to the Blue Alliance. The score, 463 blue, 276 red. However, Red Alliance still gains a rank point for completing the auto quest.
One power up.
Here we go, another action-packed match here at RIT. Both alliances taking ownership of their switch. However, it'll be Team 3015 making the first strike on the scale in favor of the Red Alliance, and that'll boost them ahead of the Blue coming into the tele-operated period. Both alliances picking up 1 rank point at least for completing that auto quest during the first 15 seconds of the match. Raider Robotics looking to now offset that scale over to the Blue Alliance. We'll see if they can make it happen. However, Ranger Robotics is looking to put a stop to that. Power Cube slides out of the hands of 378, and they tip backwards. They are now on the ground. We'll see if they can right themselves. We still have a little over a minute and a half left in the match. Red 129, blue 77, your score so far in qualification match number 81. Voyager, the team from China, passing off more power cubes to the human player, as the Red Alliance now makes use of their Levitate power-up for a free climb at the end of the match. Ranger Robotics sets a power cube on the scale in favor of the Red Alliance with a little over a minute in the match. Oh my goodness, we almost had another robot tip over here. It is getting intense with these tall robots. It's a testament to these drivers that they're not falling over more times. Level 3 power-up. The boost power-up for the Red Alliance was now just used, doubling the score of the scale and the switch. Roc City Robotix, team 38-38, now has their sights on the in-game period. Probably has the scale in sight. Team 15-18 now ready to make the climb. Team 38-38 of the Red Alliance does so successfully, simultaneously climbing with the team from Spencerport, New York. Less than 20 seconds left to go. Level 1 force power-up in use by the Blue Alliance. The Red Alliance, with their levitate power-up and 2 robots climbing, now have successfully completed Face the Boss. 10 seconds, the last 10 seconds of the match was outstanding on both sides of the field. Now let's go ahead and announce the scores. The Red Alliance comes out on top with a score of 463 to 217. Now the other 2 members of the Red Alliance gained 4 rank.
One power up.
Second seeded alliance in the red bumpers, 7th in blue. Autonomous period starting out quarterfinal number 3. And it's gonna start out with a foul on the Red Alliance, 52-54, moving that scale plate without the gravity underneath that power cube. So blue will take a large advantage into driver control, 107 to 32. Blue with ownership of their switch, red with ownership of theirs, and the scale will settle in ownership of the Red Alliance. .578, the Fairport machine back in their own side of the arcade. Pumping on these power cubes into their own switch. They're going to be met toe-to-toe with a 3003 Tanks machine who's going to be trying to prevent this Red Alliance from getting any points on their own switch. On the far side from them, 3838, the Roc City Robotix machine, making those cycles between the power cube zone and the exchange, trying to get these power-ups built up for the Blue Alliance early. But it is red who will use the first power-up in this match, a level 3 boost, doubling the points of both the scale and the switch for 10 seconds. Well over 1 minute left in play. Blue trying to cut the deficit, but tough when red has 2 of the 3 game elements in control, 183 to 160. 378, now playing that interference on the red switch, trying to get in control of that power cube, but red building up a mountain of cubes of their own. Power up, Blue Alliance, they're gonna use their levitate here with just under a minute left in play. Good for a free climb worth 30 points at the conclusion of this match. Red still with the advantage here. Blue looking to bring it back in the final 40 seconds. 3003 and 378, the Blue Alliance machines on the far side of the arcade. Trying to pick up some power cubes as the circuit stompers. Eyeing that scale, trying to get there in time. They deliver, but will have to do more if they want to tip it in any other direction. Power-ups pouring in. Blue Alliance uses a level 2 force, forcing ownership of the scale for 10 seconds. Cannon, Jaguar, and Victor are airborne with 15 seconds left. The circuit stompers trying to climb aboard. 10 seconds for the stompers on their way up. 5 seconds. It's 3, 2, 1. Time expires. Red will take the victory here in quarterfinal 3, a score of 392 to 340. The second seeded Alliance going up 1 game against Alliance.
One power up.
They're off with a flash. Team 38-38, Roc City Robotix taking the switch for the Blue Alliance. A little bit of entanglement between the Red Alliance robots. However, Devil Tech's robot Blinky successfully places a power cube on the switch, gaining the Red Alliance a few points to cut off the Blues' difference. We're gonna now see a lot of focus here on the scale in the middle of the arcade. Banjo, the robot for Team 3003, looking to upset that scales balance. The power cube says, and then it falls off after a few seconds. Still could be anybody's. Red Alliance will find Team 1559, the team out of Victor, New York, placing the deciding cube for the Red Alliance. Blue still has plenty of time to take that scale back with a minute and a half left to go in the match. Levitate power up now in play by the Blue Alliance. Meanwhile, Red is still focusing mainly on that scale in the middle, which is now level yet again. That'll be the key element to watch here, as whichever team takes it will gain 1 point per second for the duration that they have the ownership. Meanwhile, for the Red Alliance, R-Cube, the team from Fairport, New York, and their robot Gordos, focusing on the Red Alliance switch as the Blue now uses their level 3 force power-up, which will magically give them the scale and the switch for 10 seconds, which is much needed to break away from the Red Alliance score-wise here. With less than a minute left of action, we're going to find the Red Alliance using their level 3 boost power-up, doubling the score of their scale and switch. It is now a neck-and-neck race yet again. My goodness, these playoffs are exciting. Blue Alliance still have their switch, but the Red Alliance is looking to capture that from them as we head into the endgame period. It could come down to this, folks. Team 378, the Circuit Stompers, are now hooked on and are climbing above the line. They have successfully made a climb attempt. That plus their levitate means they now have 2 robot climbs accounted for as we head into 10 seconds left in the match. Blue Alliance had used their force power up. That seemed to help, but the Red Alliance now will find Blinky for Devil Tech climbing on the scale, and time is up in quarterfinal 3, match number 2. The victory goes to the Red Alliance with a score 358 to 279. Great match.